Welcome to Happy Today podcast. This is a podcast for those who want to improve service experience of internal services. If you use ServiceNow or other enterprise service management system, then this is for you. Welcome to episode 8 of Happy Today podcast. In this episode, Sami Kallio, our CEO, met with Alan Norris from ServiceNow to talk about his views on employee experience. This episode was recorded live at London Excel during the SITS 19 expo. Enjoy.
All right, today I'm here with Alan from ServiceNow in SITS 19. We have had a long day already, but let's see how this goes. At least I'm tired, but hope you are having a good day.
Always having a good day.
But hey, please introduce yourself to the audience.
So hi, my name is Alan Norris. I'm fairly new to ServiceNow as an organisation. I joined them a little over 6 months ago, but I've been around ServiceNow as a product for a few years, previously as a customer, but also as a technical implementation consultant and as a solution consultant. My role now specifically is I work with technology partners or ISV partners, which is what you guys are, Happy Signals, to work with the partners that build great applications that go through the ServiceNow store.
So Alan, ServiceNow is talking very much about the era of experiences and the employee experience overall. Yeah. Of course, we are really thankful for that. It is really the same thing what we are talking about. Yeah. But what does it really mean for ServiceNow?
I think it means quite a lot, right? So if we look at the messaging that's been coming out over the last few years, a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about is consumer experience and the massive bridge or the massive gap that we have between experience that we have in our home personal lives and the experience that we experience at work. Even when you go down to the messaging that we're doing in the marketing content, you'll see that it's changed and we're now driven down to these three workflows, which is the IT service experience, we've got the employee experience, and we've got the customer service experience. And it's all experience, because without experience, we're not really doing anything. We're not really making a massive change to everybody. It's what people feel. It's their everyday lives. It's their own kind of interactions with things that's really, really important to them. Yeah. And I think that's my personal take in it. And having come from, seen ServiceNow grow over the last however many years, from back when I was a customer through to being an implementation consultant and SC, all of those things. I think the messaging has always been kind of within the back. It's always been about that experience, and I think it's quite pivotal. And you're right. So it used to be the age of industry or the age of the age of electronics or whatever it is, but now
everything as a service
exactly, and now within people's personal lives or within their professional lives, everybody's kind of driving to have this personal experience, their own well-being, and it's all about self-preservation and
I think there's quite a lot of talking about millenniums and then entering the working force and that changing how we should work in they are not going to be satisfied with the old ways we worked. And
no, exactly. 10 years ago there was a thing called job for life. It doesn't really exist anymore because everybody's out to experience new things and to try things. Well, I'll do this for a couple of years. If that's rubbish, I'll go and try something else. And I think from a ServiceNow perspective is helping companies to keep things interactive and more pleasurable for people is the only way that you're going to keep people staying.
All right, yeah, that's definitely something we have seen. But do you think this is one of the things because ServiceNow is also changing the market, you are in a really good position. But is this employee experience thing, do you feel that it's this thing that you are pushing to the market, or is something that is requested from the market more?
I think it's more what the market is demanding, right? It's more what we in our personal lives are demanding and saying, look, well, we've got this great experience at home, why is it so rubbish at work? And I think that we've picked up on that, and we're making the most out of those people's experiences and trying to do more from it. But it's not necessarily us pushing it. You'll find that everybody knows about knowledge. Knowledge is coming up next week. I think at least 50% of the content in there is about experience. And as you'll know from the last knowledge, at least 90% of the content that was delivered was from our customers. So it's I think it's a lovely amalgamation, a bit of a perfect storm of both. us trying to drive that experience, but also it's the demand of that better experience.
Yeah. But you guys are bringing in chatbots and all that kind of different channels also to the game with the product, different ways of consuming service management and support services. But when you are developing those, what is kind of, are you doing those with customers, or is it something that you do?
So there's a bit of a mixture there. So a lot of the stuff that we do is as an amalgamation is stuff that we do in conjunction with customers and with our partners. Yep. There are things that we do. So we do have we do have a purchase plan. We do go out and we try and find unique bespoke companies that are producing stuff that they're so much better at their game than we are. There's no point us trying to develop it. We'll go them. We'll do the acquisition, but then we'll build it in from the ground up again, so that it's part of the platform and it's not some sort of bolt-on package like we see with some other vendors.
And I have understood you are doing something. Sometimes you have selected customers that are involved in the early stages of your product. Is that right?
Yes, there are. So there's various degrees of that. So it's both with partners and with customers. We've got early adopters. And the names changed. It used to be early release, etc. But we've got customers and partners that have a little bit more visibility of what we're doing further down the road, and we work closely with them to be able to develop what it is that we think the market needs.
Yeah, and I think that's the way how you really gonna get it, because it's easy to add word experience to everything, but really to do it kind of to find out what really brings the experience. That is kind of the how at least I see that you have to do your product as well as we have to do our product to understand how it will be used and what is the needs and all that. So I think, but hey, I think this has been a long day here in SIT, so I think thank you, Alan. This was a short podcast today.
Thank you, Sami.
But nice to talk to you again,
and you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining. To learn more about Happy Signals, you can go to happysignals.com.